Hey guys, Chris Fix here. Ever had your car shake, lose power, or refuse to start? Most people blame the battery or fuel pump, but what if the real culprit is a tiny overlooked part, your ignition coil? It's small, but it keeps your engine running smooth. Ignore a bad coil, and you risk major engine damage. Today, I'll show you the top 6 warning signs of a failing ignition coil, so you can fix it fast and save money. Let's start with the most obvious sign: engine misfires. You're driving and suddenly your car jerks or shakes, especially at a stop or when accelerating. That's a misfire. One or more cylinders aren't firing right. The ignition coil's job is to create a strong spark for each cylinder. When it fails, the spark is weak or missing, so fuel doesn't burn properly. You'll feel rough idling, vibrations, or pulsing through the car. Sometimes it's subtle, other times it's like your car has the hiccups. A misfiring engine means less power and worse fuel efficiency. Keep driving like this, and you risk damaging other engine parts. Sometimes you'll only notice it when climbing a hill or accelerating hard. Other times, it's obvious every time you stop. Don't ignore it. Catching it early can save you from bigger repairs. If your engine stumbles or shakes for no reason, check those ignition coils ASAP. It's always better to fix a small problem before it becomes a big one. Next time your car feels rough, don't just blame old age. Pop the hood and take a look. You could save yourself a costly repair down the road. Ever hit the gas and your car just feels lazy? That's another sign of a bad ignition coil. Your engine needs a strong spark to make power. When the coil is weak, acceleration suffers. You'll notice it most when merging onto the highway or passing another car. The engine hesitates and the response is delayed. Sometimes you'll hear popping as you accelerate. Another clue: not all cylinders are firing. If your car suddenly loses its pep, don't just blame age. Power loss can be gradual or sudden, but it always means something's wrong. Unburnt fuel and air pass through the cylinder, wasting energy and straining your engine. Don't wait for it to get worse. Poor acceleration isn't just annoying, it can be unsafe. If your car has lost its edge, check those ignition coils. It might be the hidden cause behind your sluggish ride. Fixing it early keeps your car safe and responsive. Don't ignore the signs. Your engine will thank you. Maybe your car isn't shaking, but that check engine light just came on. Don't ignore it. Ignition coil problems often trigger the engine's computer to throw a code. You'll usually see misfire codes like P0300 or P0301, P0306. These codes mean something's wrong with the spark. Use a scan tool or visit an auto parts store. They'll often scan it for free. Ignoring the light can lead to bigger issues, like a damaged catalytic converter or fouled spark plugs. Sometimes the light flashes, meaning the misfire is severe. Pull over and get it checked. That little yellow light is your car's way of asking for help. Act fast and diagnose the problem before it gets expensive. Next time your check engine light comes on, don't wait. It could be your ignition coil crying out for help. Noticed you're filling up more often than usual. If your trips to the gas station are becoming more frequent, it might not just be your imagination. Poor fuel economy is a classic sign of a failing ignition coil. When the coil isn't firing properly, your engine can't burn fuel efficiently. Instead of a complete burn, some of that fuel goes unburned, slipping right through the exhaust system. This not only wastes gas, but also increases emissions and can even cause your car to fail a smog test. More wasted fuel means more money out of your pocket and more frequent stops at the pump. The drop in fuel economy can be gradual, making it easy to overlook until you notice your budget taking a hit. Over weeks and months, those extra fill-ups really add up, both in time and money. Plus, incomplete combustion forces your engine to work harder, leading to more wear and tear. Unburnt fuel can also damage your catalytic converter, which is a costly repair. With a healthy ignition coil, your engine uses every drop of fuel efficiently, saving you money and reducing emissions. If your driving habits haven't changed but your wallet's feeling lighter, it's time to check your ignition system. Fixing a faulty ignition coil can save you money, improve performance, and protect your engine in the long run. Don't let a small part drain your bank account. Address ignition coil issues early and keep your fuel economy in check. Few things are more frustrating than a car that won't start or takes forever to crank. When an ignition coil fails completely, your engine can't get the spark it needs. Sometimes the car just cranks and cranks, but won't fire up. Other times, it starts after a struggle only to run rough or stall. This can happen suddenly or get worse over time, especially in cold or damp weather. If you hear the starter but the engine doesn't catch, suspect the ignition system. Other things can cause hard starts, but don't overlook the coil. The longer you crank, the more you risk draining your battery and flooding the engine. If you're stuck with a no start, always check the ignition coil. It's a small part that can cause a huge headache. Don't just hope it'll get better. Get under the hood and check that coil. Fixing it now saves you time and money later. Don't let a stubborn start leave you stranded. Ever hear a loud pop or bang from your exhaust? That's called backfiring, and it's a sign you shouldn't ignore. Backfiring often points to a failing ignition coil, which can't provide a strong enough spark for proper combustion. When the spark is weak, unburnt fuel escapes into the exhaust system instead of burning in the cylinder. That fuel ignites in the exhaust, causing a sudden explosion or loud pop, sometimes even a visible flame. Backfiring isn't just noisy. It can seriously damage your exhaust system and catalytic converter, leading to costly repairs. Those repairs add up fast, so it's much cheaper to fix the ignition coil early. You might notice backfiring when you let off the gas, during acceleration, or after a rough start. Sometimes you'll even see sparks or flames shooting from the tailpipe. Never a good sign. These are clear warnings that your ignition system needs immediate attention. Remember, a healthy engine burns all its fuel inside the cylinder, not in the exhaust. Don't ignore backfiring. It's your engine's way of telling you something's wrong. Replacing a bad ignition coil is quick and affordable compared to fixing a damaged exhaust or catalytic converter. Take action now. Don't let a small pop turn into a big, expensive problem. Trust your ears. If you hear unusual pops or bangs, get your ignition system checked right away. There you have it. 6 warning signs of a bad ignition coil. Don't ignore engine misfires, poor acceleration, backfiring, or hard starts. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe for more car fixes from Fixpro Garage. Remember, small problems ignored become big expenses. Take care of your ignition system and your car will thank you.